debt. It can feel like a never-ending cycle of past due bills, high interest rates, and even collection calls. You want a way out, but most companies only deal with certain kinds of debt or offer quick fixes and even dangerous solutions that can destroy your credit and put you right back where you started. At Family Credit Management, we do things differently. First, we'll review your credit report to access who and what you owe. Then, we'll create a repayment plan that's in budget, lowers interest, and eliminates fees. We'll give you a roadmap out of debt once and for all by consolidating all your unsecured debt from all your creditors in our debt management program. You pay us once a month, and we work with your creditors to take care of the rest. For over 20 years, we've been helping clients get back on track to financial independence. Now it's your turn. Get your free quote today.
Hey, good evening. My name is Tish Griffin, and I am here with Family Credit Management to talk to you over the next half hour or so about the importance of finances, money management, debt management, and any question that you may have. Now, it's been a while since we were able to come to you, so I am really excited to be here. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to just follow along with our show. You can tune in, try and see if you can ask any of those questions to us. And I'm here to give that information to you. So if you need anything, feel free to just reach out. You can reach Family Credit Management. And I would encourage you to reach out to Family Credit Management and talk to a certified counselor, because there is so much that you can actually find out. There's so many resources that are available to you. So Family Credit's information, you can go to their website, familycredit.org. How cool is that there's a website dedicated to your finances with certified credit counselors that are there to help you and that are available to you, right? The number 800-994-3328. You can talk live with a counselor. Get the help that you need. The importance of me telling you that is because there are resources that are available to you, and I want you to be aware. I want you to know that. So if you've got any questions, again, feel free to reach out. I am going to give you that information one more time. Again, 800-994-3328, familycredit.org. That is the number that I want you to call, the website that I want you to use. So if there's any questions that you may have, feel free to ask. Okay, so we don't have that much time, but we've got so much information to cover that I have not even begun to talk to you about. So we're going to talk about, first off, we all know beginning of the year, it's tax time. Everyone is excited and they are ready. And some people not so much though, because they know that with tax time comes income tax refunds. People are excited to get their refunds and to see what refund they are due. Want you to know that right now the IRS will not be, they are accepting your tax information. They're accepting your returns. You can go ahead and get that in, but it doesn't mean necessarily that you'll get your money back right away too. So you do want to watch out for that. Don't think just because you send in your information that you're going to get your refund right away. Don't bank on money that you don't have. And that's been our thing ever since the beginning. We want you to know that and be aware. The tax deadline, again, April 15th. Last year, they changed it, gave us some more time, but that has not been released just yet. So be aware that if you plan on filing your taxes, which I hope you do, you need to get that done by April 15th. If you feel like you need more time, you cannot do it, you don't know what you're doing, and you need to find somebody that you trust to actually help you out, and you want some more time, I do want you to file an extension. I recommend that you file an extension, and you can do that by looking at the IRS's website, which is irs.gov, and you're going to look for the extension form. Now, the extension form, all of the forms have numbers. The one that you're looking for to file the extension is 4868. And you're going to fill out this form, submit it to the IRS. I do recommend that you keep proof that you sent it. Keep a copy for yourself. And that gives you a little bit more time. So instead of you having everything due by April 15th, you have until October 15th How cool is that? Like 6 more months to get your taxes done, get everything in. Make sure you do that though, because if you get W-2 income, whatever income you need to report to the IRS, and you have not filed your taxes by the deadline, which is April 15th, they will give you a penalty. You want to avoid the penalty by filing for an extension and asking for more time. Looks like we've got our first caller. Hi, welcome to the show.
Hi, a quick question. My current mortgage is at a very high payment and interest rate. How would I start the process of maybe refinancing? Would you have any advice on that?
I do. So right now, this is the perfect time to look at, can I lower my monthly mortgage payments? And refinancing would be the way to do that. You do need to talk to a mortgage lender, or you can start off by looking at your bank. You can even call Family Credit and get some advice from them about what payments going over your budget. How can you reduce your monthly mortgage payment? And so what happens when you're looking to refinance? The mortgage lenders typically take into account how much you made when you got your home. They look at how much equity is in your home, and that's the key that you want to think about. How long have you had it? Have you done any changes to it? Is your loan less now than when you started? Have you paid everything off? So let's say you had your mortgage. You bought a home and you paid that home off early. You had a 30-year mortgage. Maybe you paid everything off in 10 years. That means whatever property that value is, if your mortgage was $100,000 and you paid off the full $100,000, guess what? Your property is worth $100,000, because that is what's called equity. It's the difference between what you owe on it and what the value really is. And all of that money you can pull out of that home and have for yourself. Now, that means that you're opening up a mortgage. You're going to have to make a monthly mortgage payment, which you didn't have before. But it's okay, because guess what? Now you have that money and you can make that money work for you. You can use that money to, if you were looking to get out of debt, you were looking to keep control of your finances, you're looking to invest. There's so many different things that you can do with equity. And that is why a home is seen as a valuable asset. So if you've got any questions about that, feel free to reach out to a counselor. Again, look at that website that I keep giving to you. I want you to take control. Look at that website, 800-994-3328. You can talk to a counselor. Go to the website and get a quote, or trying to see what you need to do to get some help. You can chat live with a counselor there. It's so many different resources. I think if you go on their website, guess what? You can find out more information. And guess what? There's some great information that we're going to go over in a few minutes. So stick with me, because I've got some information to show you that's available on the Family Credit website too. And that's going to really help you. But if you are looking for direction, you're looking for help, and just want you to know that those resources are out there and available to you. So we talked a little bit about refinancing. If you're looking to do that, feel free to reach out, ask those questions. If you've got some other questions about mortgages, refinancing, anything like that, call in. We need those questions. You call in at 312-738-1060. So go ahead, get those questions coming in, because just think about it. Those questions that you have, someone else has as well. And so you can help someone by sharing a question or asking a question that they normally are too afraid to ask. And we've got so much information and knowledge here for you too. So we'll get back to mortgages in a minute. I'll go over some information for Family Credit. But just to finish up with the IRS, because taxes are important and a lot of people don't realize how important they actually are. So I want you to know that if you are one of those guru that think that you are going to do your taxes, you want to do your taxes on your own, or you just even want to ask a question about taxes, the IRS, they are there. They've got information. They've got people on standby to help you. So right now there's an 800 number that you can call for the IRS to get 24-hour help, just to ask questions on the different forms. If you've got questions on you're filing your taxes and you're stuck, is there anything that anyone can help you figure out? You can call the IRS directly and talk to a live person right now, 24 hours a day. That number, 800-829-1040. And always, we've got the taxpayer advocate out there that are out there fighting on your behalf. If you're looking for help with the IRS, your IRS debt, the IRS taxpayer advocate number is 877-777 4778. I'll give those numbers again at the end because, again, that's a resource that I want you to have. Now we've got another caller. Hi, welcome to the show.
Hi, I filed bankruptcy a year ago, and I'm not sure how to build my credit again. Where do I start?
Now, there's a lot of people struggling with bankruptcy. So if you just filed, and a lot of people think that when they file, that just gets rid of all of the debt and now your credit is 100% perfect. But no, you really do need to rebuild. And so there's a lot that you can do to rebuild. And I want you to take a step back. First, you want to think about your finances and what it is that you feel that you can afford now that you have gotten rid of the debt that you have. Look at what your credit is now. See what your score is reporting. And sometimes when you file bankruptcy, there is no score. Now, our goal is for you to improve your credit and get a nice score so that you can excel in the future. So first thing that you want to think about is, what can I do to counteract all that bankruptcy, the negative that bankruptcy left? Keep in mind, bankruptcy is going to stay with you for 10 years. So if you just filed a year ago, you've got about 9 more years of feeling that effect. And some people say, well, no, it's not going to be that long because I filed a Chapter 13 and I was repaying it. Still the same effect. It still all adds up to 10 years. So you want to get enough positives to counteract that negative that bankruptcy left. Look at some resources that are available because you want to see about getting a secured card. That's a great place to start. Now, when you think about a secured card, it's secured. So you do need to put some stock into it. You will need to put down a down payment. And whatever you put down, however much you feel that you can afford, that will become what your credit line is. So if you have $200, you would put that down and that would be your credit line. If you wanted to do $300 or even more, you can do that, but you need to find a bank that will do that, because once you file bankruptcy, not a lot of credit card companies want to give out a card. So it's kind of like you have to show them that you're willing to even do this and start from the bottom. You may have to take some things that don't look so pretty just so you can start to rebuild. And as you work with that secured card, it will help your credit. Another thing that you can do is look at bankrate.com or some other resources out there and begin to monitor your score, begin to see what's out there. There are also different credit rebuilding products such as loans that are out there. Now, a lot of times those loans are best gotten through your financial institution or your bank. So you want to talk to your bank, your financial institution, or even your credit union. And you want to make sure that whatever you do, whatever you get, they report to the credit bureau. There have been some players that are online that will say that if you file bankruptcy, then you need to get my account. And when you get it, all you find out is that it's really like a debit card. It's not anything that's helping your credit at all. And you want your credit to be strengthened, so you want to make sure that they report to the credit bureau. First thing you want to ask, or first thing you want to check out and look for, if you are looking at getting a secured account, if you're looking at a credit rebuilding product, you want to know that they do report to the credit bureaus, and you take it from there. You need to make your payments on time, and also pay attention to all the letters that you'll be getting in the mail too, because sometimes when you file bankruptcy, some people come out of woodworks. You may find that you're getting other collection notices. You may find that you're getting collection calls that you've never gotten before, because now they're seeing that you're trying to rebuild your credit, and they can see your credit just like you can. So I want you to keep a closer eye on things too. You can look at using, I would say, mostly free credit monitoring products and services that will help you with that. So think about where you want to be within the next year and what you want your score to be. Think about how much you can comfortably afford as far as a credit card. What can you afford? You don't want to get anything over your budget that you cannot afford. So let's say we're looking at that $200 or $300 credit limit. We know that your payment will be anywhere between $20 and $50. And can you afford that comfortably? Yes. So that's what you want to stick with. So keep that in mind when you are looking at what to do when you're rebuilding your credit, especially after filing bankruptcy, because it can be done and it does not take that long to do it. Within the 2 years of you filing bankruptcy, you should have a strong repayment history and score, especially if you've done it right. Again, reach out to Family Credit. I want you to talk to a counselor. They can give you some assistance and help you with that. The website, familycredit.org. See how we went to familycredit.org, and it's such a wonderful website with so many great resources that are out there. So look that up. Looks like we've got another caller. Hi, welcome to the show.
Hi, yeah, I have a question. Would having multiple credit cards help increase your credit score faster than if you have just one credit card?
Ooh, really good question. So if you have more than one credit card, does it strengthen your score than having just one credit card? And the correct answer really is that there's so many different factors that go into your credit card. It kind of your credit profile. It really depends on you and what your history is. Now, you can have one credit card or you can have 50. But what the credit bureaus want to see, what the scorer wants to see, is that you have a nice profile mix. So not only do you have just the credit cards, but you can handle a car note, or you have your credit cards and your student loans, or a credit card, a mortgage, and a car note. You want to show that your portfolio is mixed and that you can handle different things. So when you have one credit card versus having multiple, now you're looking at other factors as far as how long have you had the account. Your score is going to be strengthened with you making payments, whether you had one or many. You need to make sure that you always make your payments, you make them on time, and if you can pay over your minimum, that's going to strengthen things for you as well. The credit bureau, the credit score also looks at the amount of credit that you're using. So if you got 50 cards with $100 on them each available, and you only using like $10, $15, then that would work for you. But if you've got one card and that card is maxed out, that's going to drop your score and keep your score low, because guess what? You're using all your available credit. So also think about it that way. Whatever I have, am I over my credit limits? Am I close to my credit limits? And I want you to think about staying under 30% of your credit limit, because it really is possible and it really does keep your score strong. They say that the people with the highest credit scores ever only use 7% of their available credit. So think about it that way too. So if you can get under 30 and even down to 10, that means that you are going to have a very, very, very strong credit score. And that's what the scores are looking at. That's what the bureaus are looking at. That's what lenders and financial institutions, credit card companies, that's what they're looking at to see if they will loan you money or if you can take out an account with them. So really, it really depends on if you're making your payments on time, if you're staying under your credit limits, and if the cards are active, open, and in good standing. So you want to make sure that you cover all that. Now, if you need some help with that, Family Credit has some really great resources. This one, Personal Finance Made Easy. This would be the guide for you if you are trying to get things in order. And you can do that. I'm going to put this here so you can see it. Personal Finance Made Easy. And we want to zoom in just a little bit. Look at that. A little bit too much. Can you see that? Personal Finance Made Easy. Now, I want to open it up because guess what? It talks about the differences with your credit cards, what you should do. See, it's an interactive guide for you and your future. Now, back to Family Credit's website. Guess what? This guide is also available on the website. You can log in and download this. Take this course right there. This is exactly what we were just talking about. Establishing your goals, looking at creating a spending plan, how to invest. It's right here, already available for you. Now, you can contact Family Credit and get them to send you just a hard copy, but it's right there available on the website just for you. So I want you to keep that in mind. Familycredit.org. There is some great information, especially on credit card usage, how to establish credit, making sure your credit looks and is in good standing and looks great, and knowing what's best for you. So those resources are available. Looks like we've got another caller. Hi, welcome to the show.
Hi, I have an account reporting on my credit report that I know I don't owe. What steps should I take to have it removed?
Okay. And you are actually going to lead us into our final topic, because you're talking about accounts that are on your credit report that you know it's not yours, but you are not responsible for it, especially if it's not yours. The one thing that you want to do is make sure you get the information off of the credit report, because it should have information on what that creditor is. It should have their contact information on it as well. First thing that you want to do is contact the credit bureaus and dispute it. Wherever you're seeing that information at, that's the bureau that you want to dispute that item on. Now, just because it's reporting on just that one, it may not be on the other. Keep in mind, you have 3 credit bureaus that we widely use. They're TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. And so if you have an account that's on there, it's a collection account, then you want to dispute it directly with them, because they can do all the work for you. You know it's not yours. You're telling them that it's not yours and why it's not yours. And they do the work for you. Once you do that, they have a 2 to 4 weeks to get back to you. Now, they're going to get back to you right away and let you know that they received your dispute. And then they will work on cleaning that up. They will contact the creditor, find out if it is yours and if you are liable. Now, in the end, the creditor may come back and say that, yes, it is your account and you are responsible for it. You can dispute it again, and you can go directly to that creditor and dispute it as well, which is why I say you looking at the information, you have that down, and you keep that with you so that you can dispute it. Now, you can do that. And while things are in dispute, they are not factored into your credit score too. So keep that in mind as well. So the reason why I felt like that was a great segue into our next topic is because right now with tax season, a lot of times collection agencies will start popping up everywhere. You see them everywhere. They're telling you that you owe them, whether you do or not. It's up to you to figure it out. If you feel like you do not owe them, then go ahead and dispute it, because that is that's your right to dispute an account, and let them know that it's not your account and you're not responsible for it. And if it's not your account, it'll be taken off of your credit report, and that should improve your score as well. Now, if it is your account or you're struggling and you're dealing with collection agencies, right now is the time where a lot of the collection agencies will want to do what's called settlement offers, and they're readily available, especially during tax time, because they know that you want to get rid of the debt. And sometimes if it's tax season, you have an income tax refund coming, then they will they're more likely to work with you because they know that they're going to get some money soon. Now, if you have some questions about how to deal with collection agencies, or maybe that you feel like you don't want to deal with collection agencies, you don't know how, then you can reach out to Family Credit. Again, the website, familycredit.org. Let a counselor know that you're struggling with collection agencies. Let them know you need some help dealing with the collection agencies. And guess what? The counselors will walk you through how to deal with them and even help you with it. They'll help you set up a plan. They'll help you learn how to talk to them, and they may even help you talk to them as well. So this is why those resources are there for you. This is the perfect time to take advantage of it. 800-994-3328 to talk to a counselor. You really should do that, especially with those collection agencies, because you have the right to tell them to leave you alone, especially if it's not your debt and they are harassing you, because a lot of collection agencies will harass you and they will try to badger you to make a payment. That's what they're doing. They want their money. So this is the way to do it. If you need help, again, 800-994-3328. We're going to be wrapping up, so I wanted to leave those numbers with you again. For Family Credit, for the best resource that you could possibly find to help you with your finances, 800-994-3328. Again, for the Taxpayer Advocate, if you are having problems with your IRS debt and you need some help with that, you need to help with setting up a payment arrangement or trying to figure out if you really do owe the IRS. Whatever your problems are, if you feel like you haven't filed in years and you need some help getting started because you want to get that taken care of, the Taxpayer Advocate's number is 877-777-4778. If you are looking at filing your taxes and you have questions about filing, you can contact the IRS directly at 800-829-1040 right now. 24-hour-a-day help. They don't do that often, so it's great to take advantage of that. Get the answers from a live person, and you will be well on your way taking all these tips, this information that we have available. Remember, reach out to Family Credit, get your personal finance made easy, your spending plans, and some information. And if you have any other questions, reach out to a counselor, 800-994-3328. Thank you.